Imagine a world where the ocean, once a source of tranquility and wonder, transforms into a realm of towering waves twice the size they are today. These waves, no longer gentle giants, would become colossal forces of nature, reshaping everything in their path. Picture coastlines relentlessly pounded by the unyielding force of nature, reshaping landscapes and swallowing entire cities. Beneath the surge, the once familiar shorelines would be unrecognizable, transformed by the sheer power of these immense waves. This is the scenario we must confront. If the waves that dance across our planet's surface were to suddenly double in size, the increase in wave height would not only affect the coastal regions, but also have far-reaching implications for the entire planet. The very essence of our planet, the delicate balance that sustains life as we know it, would be thrown into disarray. Ecosystems that have thrived for millennia would be disrupted, and the intricate web of life would face unprecedented challenges. Coastal communities would face the brunt of this oceanic fury, their homes and livelihoods vulnerable to the relentless onslaught of the sea. The economic and social impacts would be profound, as entire communities struggle to adapt to the new reality. Yet the consequences would ripple far beyond the shoreline, impacting every corner of the globe in ways both profound and unpredictable. The interconnected nature of our world means that changes in one area can have cascading effects elsewhere. This is the challenge that lies before us, to understand the forces at play and to prepare for a future where the ocean's might could reshape our world. Scientists and researchers are working tirelessly to predict and mitigate the impacts of these changes. It is a journey that will take us from the depths of the ocean floor, where waves are born, to the far reaches of the atmosphere, where their influence is felt most keenly. Understanding the origins and behavior of these waves is crucial to our efforts. The survival of countless species, including our own, hinges on our ability to comprehend and adapt to this new reality. Wildlife and marine life would be particularly vulnerable, and their struggles would be a stark reminder of the broader impacts. The time to act is now, while we still have the chance to mitigate the most catastrophic effects and chart a course towards a future where humanity can coexist with the awesome power of a transformed ocean. Our collective efforts will determine the fate of our planet and the legacy we leave for future generations. To grasp the potential impact of doubled wave size, we must first understand how these aquatic giants are formed. Waves are not just random occurrences, they are the result of complex interactions between wind, water, and the Earth's surface. Imagine the wind, an invisible hand, caressing the surface of the ocean. This gentle yet persistent force is the primary driver behind wave formation. This gentle touch creates friction, transferring energy from the air to the water. The wind's energy is imparted to the water molecules, causing them to move and form small ripples. As the wind persists, tiny ripples emerge, gradually growing in size and strength. These ripples are the building blocks of larger waves, each one adding to the energy of the next. These ripples, however, are just the nascent stage of a wave's life cycle. They are the first signs of the immense power that can be unleashed by the ocean. As the wind continues its relentless push, the ripples coalesce, merging and amplifying their energy. This process is known as wave growth, and it is a critical phase in the development of larger waves. The distance over which the wind blows, known as the fetch, plays a crucial role in determining a wave's ultimate size. The longer the fetch, the more energy is transferred to the waves, allowing them to grow larger and more powerful. Factors like water depth and the shape of the ocean floor further influence a wave's characteristics as it travels across vast distances. The interaction between the wave and the ocean floor can cause the wave to change shape and size. Imagine the ocean floor rising towards the surface, compressing the wave's energy and forcing it to grow upwards. This is a phenomenon known as wave shoaling, where waves increase in height as they move into shallower water. This is how tsunamis, those monstrous walls of water, are generated by seismic events on the ocean floor. The sudden displacement of water creates waves that can travel across entire ocean basins with devastating force. The energy contained within a wave is immense, capable of carving coastlines and transporting vast quantities of water across entire ocean basins. Waves are powerful agents of change, reshaping the landscape with their relentless force. Double the size of these waves, and that energy doesn't merely double, it increases exponentially. amplifying the potential for destruction and reshaping the delicate balance of our planet. The impact of such waves can be catastrophic, affecting ecosystems, human settlements, and the natural environment in profound ways. Nowhere would the impact of doubled wave size be felt more acutely than along the world's coastlines. These areas where the land meets the sea are already dynamic and ever-changing, but the increase in wave size would bring about changes at a pace and scale never before witnessed. These dynamic interfaces between land and sea, home to a rich tapestry of life and human civilization, would be under siege. Coastal ecosystems, which include mangroves, coral reefs, and estuaries, provide essential services such as protecting shorelines, supporting fisheries, and hosting diverse wildlife. They would face an unprecedented assault from the relentless power of the ocean. The increased wave energy would not only erode the physical landscape, but also disrupt the delicate balance of these ecosystems, leading to a cascade of environmental consequences. Erosion, a natural process by which waves gradually wear away at the shoreline, would accelerate at an alarming rate. This would not only reshape the coastline, but also threaten the habitats of countless species that rely on these areas for survival. Cliffs would crumble into the sea, beach would vanish beneath the waves, and entire islands could disappear beneath the rising tide. The loss of these natural barriers would leave inland areas more exposed to the ocean's fury. The very fabric of coastal landscapes would be torn asunder, leaving behind a trail of destruction in the wake of each passing storm. The increased frequency and intensity of storms, combined with larger waves, would exacerbate the damage, making recovery efforts more challenging and costly. Coastal cities, often built precariously close to the water's edge, would find themselves increasingly vulnerable to flooding. Urban areas, with their dense populations and critical infrastructure, would face significant risks. Imagine storm surges, amplified by the sheer size of the waves, overwhelming seawalls and inundating low-lying areas. The protective measures that cities have relied on for decades would be rendered ineffective, leading to widespread devastation. Millions of people would be displaced, infrastructure would be crippled, and the economic toll would be immeasurable. The social and economic impacts would ripple through communities, affecting livelihoods, health, and well-being. The delicate balance of coastal ecosystems would be thrown into disarray. The loss of habitats would lead to declines in biodiversity, affecting not only the species that live there, but also the human communities that depend on these ecosystems for food, tourism, and cultural practices. Saltwater intrusion would contaminate freshwater sources, threatening both human populations and the delicate balance of plant and animal life. This would have far-reaching consequences for agriculture, drinking water supplies, and the health of entire ecosystems. Wetlands, crucial buffers against storm surges, would be eroded and submerged, further exacerbating the impacts of rising sea levels. The loss of these natural defenses would leave coastal areas even more vulnerable to the relentless assault of doubled waves, creating a cycle of destruction that would be difficult to break. Now, if you did like this video, YouTube thinks you might also like these.